Advances in technology, they're helping revolutionize farming. Now a bill making its way through Congress could help local students interested in precision farming.
First Alert 6's Philip Catafamo joins us live from the newsroom. So Philip, how would this help fill gaps in this line of work?
Well, Brian and Aaron, from drones to GPS-guided tractors, ag is getting more high-tech. Lawmakers are reintroducing the Precision Agriculture Workforce Training and Development Act to bring more students into this growing field of precision agriculture. Congressman Mike Flood and Colorado Congressman Joe Neguse reintroduced the bipartisan bill last week. The bill would allow research and extension grants to fund programs supporting student training in this field through partnerships with local public and private schools like UNL. I spoke with Curtis Sharling of ag tech company Lindsay, an Omaha-based company that specializes in advanced irrigation. He says as the industry grows, the need for skilled labor does as well. He believes this bill will fill gaps as more farmers adopt ag technology.
More so locally, right, in the rural communities where the actual precision ag technologies are being adopted, you know, by the farmer, by the local agronomist. There needs to be more skilled workforce in those local communities, and obviously this act will help support that as well.
Congressman Flood sent over a statement about the bill. It says, in part, quote, prioritizing research, particularly through cooperative education into precision ag, allows students to get hands-on experience while in school and come back to rural America, end quote. Now, Congressman Flood says the bill was introduced in the House-approved Farm Bill. It now moves to the Senate, where they will decide whether to include it in the final version of that bill. In the newsroom, I'm Philip Catafamo, First Alert 6. Back to you, Brian.
After all, it is a big piece of our economy. Philip, thank you.